there's been a lot of talk about the Diddy freak-off parties, and there's been another perspective that was given to it by one of the comedians that was doing like a kind of like podcast, and he's like, man, it's comedian Jeff Wittick. And he said, man, a freak-off party in Miami, it was at a mansion that was like 8 stories high.
Wow.
And he said it just kept going up higher, and the higher you went up, the freakier it got. And he said it was like, it was a lingerie party, like a pajama party.
Okay.
And he was telling them that, he said, we were like, you don't understand these Diddy parties. I don't understand it because I saw live sex happening that night. And it was the first time I had ever seen that in my life. Did I partake? No. But he said, I definitely got drunk and it was crazy to see.
Yeah.
And I told you guys at that after party for the VMAs when we were in New York, that's when I saw the model dude who was Pamela Lee Anderson was dating this model dude Shackelford or whatever at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Shackelford, I believe his name was. He was just some big white dude that looked like Baywatch.
Okay.
He was just a good looking dude. And they were full on like me and Fred. How crazy is this? Me and Fred Durst.
Okay. Okay.
I swear to God.
We're watching them.
Me and Fred. All right, so we're there's a couch area. There's a bunch of bottles. There's a club, and it's a private party. So everybody in there is a guest of this party. It's Diddy's after party.
Gotcha.
And that was the day that when you saw, if you Google J-Lo and Diddy, you'll see them in all white with her with a white headband that was bedazzled or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was that night.
Okay.
So they're up in the booth, standing up with the bottles, and they hugged up, and there's stars everywhere. So we're upstairs, and in a VIP area, Pamela Anderson is on something.
Okay.
And the dude that she was with, Shackelford or somebody like that, was next to her, and he was in his bag too.
Okay.
All of a sudden, they start kissing. And I'm like standing there looking down at everybody downstairs, and then I look over and see that, and I look to my right, and Fred Durst is looking at it too. I'm like, it's like a movie right here. He's like, God. I know. He's like, it get any better. I'm just going to sit down and find some popcorn. And so we looked over there again, and he's under her, like, business.
Oh, wow.
Like, they going heavier, like, where it's like they don't care.
The rounding second date.
And so I laughed, and Fred did crisscross applesauce right in front of him and just sat down and started watching it like it was theater. And so I sat down right next to him, Indian style. So we, like, sitting there and watching, and it went down.
Wow.
Like, right in front of us, and I'm like, you had to put on a splash guard.
Yeah, some people are probably going ew right now, but that's Pamela Anderson.
It was Pamela, and it was during her height too.
Yeah.
This was like a huge Pamela Anderson. This wasn't like the old lady Pamela Anderson is doing documentaries. This is like this, yeah.
Post tape.
Yeah, this is post tape.
Oh yeah.
No, wait, no, I don't think this is post tape. I think this was at her height though.
You said Pamela Lee.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
But now I see her as Pamela Lee.
Okay, cool.
But I'm saying now I see her as Pamela Lee, but then I saw a lot more.
You saw a lot
more
when that was going on.
Yeah, I saw her undercarriage.
Yeah,
you know, like I mean, adults don't really get into the fang bang like that.
Yeah.
But we were watching it.
You've always heard about these sex parties before, like even in in California. You've heard about it with like Elon Musk and stuff like that. Just you've heard these alleged stories that go on, and they were really into it.
That's
now
why
there's
they say LA's a freaky place.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but I mean, hell, you got the Playboy Mansion out there. That was the root of a lot of those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington, apparently, according to New York Post, page 6 has reported this. Denzel Washington got into a huge shouting match during one of the parties with Diddy.
Oh.
They said the actor was with his wife, Pauletta Washington. In 2003, a source told the newspaper, Denzel screamed, "You don't respect anybody."
Ooh.
And he was screaming at Diddy, according to witnesses. They were reportedly close to the Oscar winner during that time, but he and Pauletta had been partying until dawn. And then they had seen something and stormed out, and they yelled that at Diddy and then left the party. Ooh. Now, basically, what the report is saying is that in this report, which Jeff Middick just confirmed, he's like, at a certain time in the party, girls start taking off clothes.
Oh, wow.
And it starts moving to the next wave of the after. Because whenever you refer to a Diddy party, it's I'm going to a Puff party. Then you get to the after party, and the after joint is where the baby oils and all that stuff get cracking.
And if you with your wife, that's like disrespectful. So,
Yeah.
Or if somebody tried you or tried your wife.
Or you right.
That's what I'm leaning
towards. Or like, because Puff is king of the, he's Willy Wonka.
Yes.
So he's in there trying anything
he can have whatever he wants.
And obviously,
or so
if this is all the fallout that's alleged against him now about tapes and power because of tapes, who else in Hollywood would be better than a Denzel tape with his wife partaking? So you probably send your little sexy Smurfs over there to try and woo.
Yeah.
But Denzel ain't about it.
Yeah.
He like, man.
Not today.
Nah, I will smack one of y'all.
He was like,
here.
I'll have all of you in Pelican Bay before the end of the night.
Yeah. So Chris Todd, who is apparently the author of that Kim Porter thing that you were quoting before, did an interview and was talking about the fact that Amazon has pulled the book and that people are threatening to sue him. And here's a little bit of what he had to say.
We'll be able to prove, if pressed, that this alleged hard drive that belongs to Kim. Will you also reveal your sources?
No.
Okay.
Under the California Shield law, I will not.
There are allegations of Diddy's involvement in alleged sexual activities with celebrities including Jay-Z, Will Smith, and others. What evidence or testimony supports these explosive claims?
Again, I'm only going to go off of what Kim says, and that's all I can go off of for that. If you were to ask me to research and investigate that these guys were bisexual, there's a lot of evidence of it.
So he said there's a lot of evidence of it. He asked him again, what evidence do you have? Have you seen said tapes? And he's like, I won't comment on that.
Okay, so he was given 2 hard drives secretly, and he did an interview with Rolling Stone.
This is alleged.
Yes, and he, the interview happened. He said, I can't say that 100% of the book is, to back it up to make sure that it's factual. He goes, but if I had to throw out a number out there, he said at least 80%.
But what I'm saying is that he's saying that they're tapes.
Yes.
We haven't seen the tapes,
No.
so that's alleged.
Right.
That's what I'm just saying. It's like we can't assert that it, he was given certain day. That's what he's saying.
Yes, in the interview.
That and all of the, of course, like before when we were talking about, they said because the lawyer of one of the people who are an accuser against Puff said that she, according to the report, was reached out to by somebody representing one of the tapes.
Oh, interesting.
And it was for the catch and kill thing. You know what a catch and kill is? It's like if somebody comes up and says, hey, Meredith, I got a hard drive. It's a Hunter Biden laptop. And you know that time you hung out with Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
It's on tape.
Oh, damn.
And everything you did is on there. And it's going to hit the news shortly. Unless you pay me $10 million, then it will go away. So that means you then buy it, trusting that they haven't duped you and copied it.
Yeah.
You then buy it to keep it from coming out. The catch and kill story thing is very big in Hollywood, but the weirdest thing ever, and I've heard this from 3 different sources, so this is what they are purporting. That's what got Puffy in this incident, in this whole incident.
Oh,
that the tapes came out and they were trying to sell them?
No, the catch and kill process of it, because he was reached out to by Cassie and her husband. And they were saying that we are going to put out this tape that we have found from the whole
vault
thing. And we're going to tell this story. It's going to be a memoir. And you can buy it for $30 million.
Whew.
And Puff was like, believing, I'm Puff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of untouchable.
He's over that, yeah.
I'm a little bit untouchable. I ain't playing this game. Not going to do it. The person who told me this said, do you realize that if he would have caught, because catch and kill basically is the same way. You buy it to keep it from coming out.
Yeah.
Had he bought it, it wouldn't have come out that he settled. It wouldn't have been taken to the state, to the feds, so they wouldn't have started investigating it. And other people who wanted to get a payday wouldn't have come forward. So he just would have been out of $30 million that he paid already.
Right.
Because he
The
already paid it after it all went crazy and went public, and he paid it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
But had he swallowed his ego instead of the pills
Yeah.
or whatever, allegedly, and went ahead and just paid that $30 million, we would have still
Never.
been about rumors, and there would have been no incarceration and nothing.
That's crazy.
And to have 120, over 120 accusers is wild. Like, there's a lot of people like with bigger names than Denzel, like the Jaguar Wright woman. She was like the singer for The Roots.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that she has tapes. And that
Okay.
but I'm saying
He doesn't believe her.
I definitely don't believe Jaguar Wright. I believe she's been around a lot of it, but
Yeah.
man, I believe that woman has figured out the matrix on how to stay viral.
well,
because she says some wild stuff. I'm like, she's like almost the perverted Truman Show,
Yeah.
or like Forrest Gump, like the way Forrest Gump was always around the headline.
Right.
Like, how the hell is Jaguar Wright at everything that's debaucherous?
Yeah.
I feel like there's some validity to what she's saying because
Well, why is she there at every
she's
one
not-
of them? How debaucherous are you,
well,
Jaguar?
she has the courage to say that she has tapes, but she also
Is it courage though, or is it just because people are paying her for the interview couch?
Well,
every time she end up on that blue couch, she tell us something that's another nugget.
Well, you see Todd, the guy that did the Kim
Chris
Porter,
Todd.
yeah,
That was him.
He was the guy. He's over here covering his what and saying that he doesn't have the tapes because he
No.
knows.
He's not covering his what. He's trying not to get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because somebody says they got the tapes, the goons gonna show up.
Right.
Very dark shadows like in Ghost and drag you off somewhere.
And
you don't
that's
want
exactly why he's not telling them he has
Till
the
I
tapes.
watched the Ghost.
Yeah, I
movie.
know.
Yeah.
And I visualized it perfectly when he said it.
Molly, you in trouble, girl.
Danger. How dare you? It's danger.
Yeah, but
you in danger, girl.
She's in danger, but I'm telling you, that's why that dude Todd is not saying he has the tapes. I guarantee you he
Also, he
might
doesn't wanna
have
be
them, but
sued.
he's not gonna say it.
I mean, don't nobody want to be in possession of them tapes. That's
Yeah.
I wouldn't want
It's going to be hard.
That's
Yeah.
Epstein, like ish.
No,
right
this
there.
is way. But see, we didn't get any of this with Epstein. That's what we said. Because
Nothing.
he's so public and these stars is so salacious. You ain't heard word one, and Epstein's been in the bank for a minute.
Right.
He's been in the ground for a minute,
Dude.
and we haven't heard anything come out about that. But this Puff news is out here being passed around like the New York Times.
Well,
kinda
that
makes-
involves presidents.
Yeah,
too.
it kind of makes me think like
This might involve president.
Yeah,
It
that Epstein list was supposed to come out in March, and we haven't.
And
heard
we ain't
nothing
seen
about
It's
nothing.
it
not
yet.
going to come out.
It's not coming out. I'm telling you,
I
they
don't
didn't.
think so.
You talking about catch and kill? They caught and killed him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm throwing that out there just in case. I ain't got nothing for you to sue for, but still, you're not taking my bidet that I just bought online.
Orlando and the Freak Show.